Good afternoon, July the 16th, 2015. What a quiet day of trading we've had in the E-mini. We came in, we up bias. We just wanted to be a buyer, period. And option expiration tends to give you a quiet day. The option play was 21.10s to 25s today. And our first trade of the day that we took was a mean green trade right here. And it produced a winning trade, but not the expected 3 points. Got a retest failure trade right here, an S trade right here. This trade was a break-even trade on this bar. Higher low right here, small winner. Higher low right here, reasonable winner. Higher low right here, small winner. Retest failure, get a lower high right here, small winner. Then chop, and then right now we're trading a 215.75. So the idea and the level, the idea was correct. The level we missed by 5 points, but we don't have to. We just do, and we take the trades as they come in and set up. So did pretty well in the E-mini today, but you had to work your tail off to make a couple of points. Very, very difficult trading. Not a lot of volatility to work with. Okay, looking at the F1 screen, and this is the way we do our homework every day. Higher low, higher high. It means capital is still flowing into the market. The dollar is gaining strength against the euro. You got two ways to make money. Stock market goes up in dollar appreciation. You get the F2 screen, definitely a P. So if the market were to close right here, we'd be selling failure to take out 16 to 18. Basically selling against 20. And then the next trade would be 19s to 21s. I think, like we said today, the opportunity to get short is going to come in this 21.20, 21.25 area. It's where resistance has been before. But this will be the first trade up, and this will be the first one that you'll see in Glowback. So really, this is the area where we'd like to get short with the proper setup. But first, we got to take out whatever the day session high happens to be. So on the buy side, you're buying 10s to 12s, and then 5s to 7s for Glowbacks. We'll come back in and we'll take another look at it tomorrow. But overall, pretty good day of trading. Just another extremely slow market. Okay, we wanted to be short on our first trade out in the note and the bond this morning, and that trade worked out well. We were also buyers. We essentially saw a trading range, and the 10-year honored those trading ranges. And today you can see we have an inside day, so the F1 screen on the 10-year says trading range, and that's where the volume is. This is where we do most of our homework. Looking at the F2 screen, you can see we have a P. We talked about this morning the market needing volume right in through here. Talked about how this volume level right here would be a control point for us. We wanted to buy 25s to 29s. Trade worked out well for us. We wanted to sell 3s to 7s right here. So the overall idea, correct. The assessment the market was in a trading range was spot on. So right now our first sell is 7 to 11. 15 to 19. I don't think we have anything that'll break us out unless something happens in the stock market big time. On the buy side, the last rotate down stopped at 2.5. So we're going to have pretty good support at, so we'll make it 2 to 30 will be buy 1. And then buy 2, if we get it down that low, will be our, we'll make it 25 to 21. Have some news tomorrow. We have CPI and energy costs were blamed for the big increase in PPI numbers this week, up 0.3. Core up 0.2. Numbers could come in higher than forecast. Remember today we said Philly Fed could come in lower than forecast. Housing market index higher than forecast. That's exactly what came out. Was the market. So we're pretty good at making these assessments. Starts 1.125. Most of the starts have been going into multifamily. Permits 1.175. These numbers could come in higher than forecast. And consumer sentiment at 96. And the consumer sentiment number is really kind of a surrogate for the stock market. I think the news focus will be twofold. I think we'll see something on inflation. And so number one, the inflation numbers hit first and be followed up by the housing starts numbers. Big day in the 30-year. We came in wanting to be short early in the session, but saw it as a trading range, and the 30-year was much stronger, or was stronger than we anticipated. And we'll go to a 30-minute time frame. But the sell worked out nicely early in the session. And again, the knob spread expanded pretty handily today. So the sell is going to be 19 to 23, and then 27 to 31. I don't think we can break it out tomorrow. On the buy side, last rotate stopped at 02, so 1 to 5, buy 1, and then buy 2. We'll play for this breakout area down here, 21 to 25. The knob spread compresses. It's going to be pretty easy to get to buy number 2. If it expands, we'd be lucky to get in at 9.10 in this area right in here. So we're going to put a question mark by 9. Every day we do this homework the same way. We frame the market in exactly the same way. It builds consistency in the way you look at things. Really helps your trading over time. You get some subconscious support. And the way you'll find it, or when you're doing your homework, you put down a buyer or seller and it just won't feel right. And that'll lead you to change it. Okay, gold, extremely quiet. I don't see how gold really breaks down big time, but we're nudging lower all the time, and so we're seeing a string of lower highs which give us lower lows. So we had a buy today at 40 to 42. You can see we haven't been to this price area for a year. So this one says we're a seller. Market is pointed lower. Not a lot of action in this particular contract. So support is 40 to 42. Buy 1. Your guess is as good as mine. 35, 37, where we are beneath. On the sell side, 45, 46, 47, 45 to 47, sell 1. And 50, 52, sell 2. Those ungrateful Greeks are getting really bad press. and England and other places. Why should we pay for your lifestyle? Why is the British taxpayer paying for your lifestyle? All that money that you borrowed to spend. You know, if you give somebody credit cards and unlimited spending, what do they do? And you can see the same thing in the United States. There is no budgetary control. There's no attempt to control the budget, and the Fed prints money, and the Treasury prints money and allows this to go on. There are no checks and balances, and what do you get? More spending. It's crazy, but I mean, it's just the way that it works. A lot of it's just human nature. Okay, here we are in this 50-50, 50-75 area. The market is pointed lower. I think stops below 50 are where we're headed. Lower high, lower low. The screen makes us a seller. There's a picture on Zero Hedge of the first Iranian oil tanker leaving port. And that's supposedly what's behind the selling. So I think we're going to at least head lower. So we're going to play for 50-50, 50 and a quarter, buy one. I'm going to put a question mark at 50 right here, stops below 50. And then 49 and a quarter, 49.50, buy two. We're at the bottom of the trading range. If we can't bust this 50-50 area and it starts back up, somebody's going to cover their shorts. It's the end of the week. First sell is going to be 51.25 to 50. Very, very aggressive, but that's where resistance is. 51.75, 52. And the euro is pointed lower. The Greek bill is coming due, and it's going to be larger than they forecast. Always is. Just give me a little bit more money, and we promise we won't do it again. Oh yeah, this is all we need. Get them to say yes. Well, you know, we really needed a little bit more than we told you. So lower high and a lower low, this market is selling. Definitely looking at a B. Last rotate up stopped at 109, so we got a seller at 109 plus or minus. And then we'll make it 30 to 40 for sell 2. On the buy side, we've gotten through 75, so 108.50 plus or minus, buy 1. 8 and a quarter, buy 2. Okay, Greek banks are scheduled to reopen on Monday. Don't know in what way, shape, or form. Probably make Fitz pretty happy. I haven't heard, Fitz hadn't reported if any of that, all that extra loot that he had to carry down there was a burden or not. But, I mean, if you take Argentina, Venezuela, Ecuador, we know what Greece looks like when they default on your on their debts and their obligations. That's all we have for this July the 16th, 2015. Hope you all have a great evening. Another really hot one here in Wichita with humidity to match. See y'all bright and early in the morning. I'm out of here.